vision. I don't have any vision. Oh, now I can see.
Let me ask you a question. Is life not going your way? You feel stuck in certain situations. Are you trying to make changes, but changes are not happening? But here is a channel where you can get control of your life back.
Hey guys, we're going to be going over vision for this particular video of kind of the channel direction where we're going. So I want to give you my backstory and how all this kind of started. I was in my Isuzu rodeo about 20 years ago with all my stuff packed up in the back and just wondering what happened. It was the first time in my life, definitely in 7 years, that I'm going to not be living with my wife anymore. And I was driving away, starting a new life. And I was dazed, I was confused, I was angry, I had mixed emotions, but I was just trying to understand what was going on. And so that's the reason why I opened up with the first video, is that our mission is to gain understanding. And so it put me on this mission. And then I was at church shortly after that, going through a worship service, singing songs, had my eyes closed. And one of the things in this particular service, all of a sudden I saw in my head was silver shoulder pads. And I was just like, okay, what are these? And then a thought ran through my head. It was like, I'm commissioning you. And I was like, ooh, so kind of like in the Roman army. This is interesting. So the next thing that I saw, my vision changed. And there was this hill with a tree on it. And I felt something flowing behind me. And so I was presuming it was a river. And I was like, okay, where am I? And then a thought ran through my head. And it was like, you are standing on the edge of your promised land and you haven't even taken it yet. This blew me away. So I had to go check all my biblical references. And I was like, whoa, stop. If there's a promised land, is there a wilderness? And I got a yes. I was like, okay, if there's a wilderness, is there an Egypt? And what ran through my head next was like, that's where everybody starts. And I was like, okay, I got to go write all this down. So after the service, I just drove to a park and broke out my notebook and just went to town on the notebook. And so I want to be able to share all that stuff with you guys in this series of videos. And so we're going to be talking about living in Egypt. We're going to be talking about getting out of Egypt. We're going to be talking about going through the wilderness. We're going to be talking about why the children of Israel stay in the wilderness. And maybe that's the reason why you're staying in your wilderness. And then we're going to be talking about the 12 areas of your promised land. And this is really exciting stuff once you get to see this. And so my vision is for the guys who are in Egypt to get out, and for people who are in the wilderness to be able to get to their promised lands. And then once there, to start living in the promised land. And so we're going to be showing like how to govern your promised land after that. And then there's going to be a level of defending your promised land that's going to be needed. And then finally, you're going to be setting up your temple in your promised land and what that includes, which is a love relationship with God. And so this is going to affect all areas of your life. And we're going to be going over all these in individual videos touching on each of these areas. I think that this could be good investment material into your life and help explain stuff that's going on where you go, hey, now I understand why that's happening. And if you can understand things, then you can make positive changes in your life. So check out the next video, and we're going to talk about Egypt, what it looks like.